The Swedish Stridsvagn 122, an enhanced variant of the German Leopard 2A5 main battle tank, has proven itself a vital cog in Ukraine's military machine since its deployment against Russian forces. Introduced into Swedish service in 1996, the Stridsvagn 122 integrates bespoke upgrades tailored to Sweden's rigorous standards: reinforced armor with non-explosive reactive layers, an advanced fire control system with thermal imaging, and French Galax smoke grenade launchers for defensive countermeasures. Its 1,500 horsepower MTU MB 873K501 diesel engine propels it to speeds of 68 to 72 kilometers per hour across varied terrain, while the 120mm Rheinmetall L44 smoothbore gun delivers devastating firepower with rounds like APF-SDS and heat, capable of piercing modern armor. Sweden's decision to donate 10 of these tanks, approximately 8% of its active fleet, on February 24, 2023, marked a significant escalation in its support for Ukraine, timed symbolically with the first anniversary of Russia's full-scale invasion. By September 21, 2023, the tanks had reached Ukrainian soil, following intensive training for crews in Sweden, supported by interpreters and Swedish Armed Forces instructors. This package, complete with spare parts and technical know-how, reflects a meticulous effort to ensure the Stridsvagn 122's seamless integration into Ukraine's war effort. Once in Ukraine, the Stridsvagn 122 was assigned to the 21st Mechanized Brigade, a unit already familiar with Leopard variants and thrust into the crucible of combat. Its operational debut came during the 2023 Zaporizhzhia counteroffensive, where it supported infantry pushes against entrenched Russian positions. Subsequent engagements spanned Kharkiv and Luhansk oblasts, culminating in the bold 2024 Kursk incursion into Russian territory, a rare offensive into enemy soil. Ukrainian crews have consistently praised the tank's robust armor and pinpoint accuracy, often drawing stark contrast with Soviet-era T-72s, which lack comparable protection and fire control. The Stridsvagn 122's adaptability has been enhanced by field modifications, notably heavy camouflage netting, to counter the pervasive threat of drones and reduce infrared signatures, a response to Russia's increasing reliance on loitering munitions and FPV drones. These operations have tested the tank's mettle, with reports of it enduring artillery barrages, missile strikes, and minefields, yet remaining a reliable asset for both offensive thrusts and defensive stands. Its agility across Ukraine's muddy steppes and urban wreckage, paired with a low breakdown rate, has cemented its reputation as a workhorse in the 21st Brigade's arsenal. The Stridsvagn 122's battlefield survival tells a tale of resilience under relentless pressure. By March 2025, the 10-tank fleet had absorbed at least 14 confirmed hits from Russian forces, with some units struck multiple times. Specific losses include 2 tanks hit during the Zaporizhzhia offensive on September 24, 2023. One recovered and repaired, the other left as a question mark, and another disabled by an anti-tank missile on October 30, 2023, though its crew escaped unharmed. The Oryx blog, a meticulous tracker of equipment losses, listed 8 Stridsvagn 122s as destroyed, damaged, or abandoned by January 14, 2025, but a Forbes report from March 10, 2025, suggested most, likely 6 or 7, remained operational, a testament to Ukraine's repair crews. These teams, often working under fire, have salvaged tanks with damaged turrets or tracks, leveraging scavenged parts and Swedish-supplied spares. This survival rate stands out in a conflict where tank attrition is staggering. Hundreds of Ukrainian and Russian armored vehicles have been reduced to hulks, highlighting the Stridsvagn 122's superior engineering and the 21st Brigade's resourcefulness. Its armor, thicker than many contemporaries, has shrugged off hits that might cripple lesser tanks, earning it quiet admiration among frontline units. Looking forward, the Stridsvagn 122's role in Ukraine hinges on the war's trajectory and the continuity of Western aid. With most units still active, it remains a cornerstone for the 21st Brigade. primed for future operations, whether bolstering defenses in Donbass or spearheading counterattacks. Yet Ukraine's strategic priorities are evolving. With a tank fleet exceeding 1,000 units, including Soviet legacies and Western donations, the focus is shifting toward drones, air defenses, and infantry replenishment. Sustaining the Stridsvagn 122 requires a steady flow of spares and technical support from Sweden or NATO allies, a lifeline bolstered by Sweden's $1.23 billion aid package in January 2025. While Sweden plans to upgrade its own Stridsvagn 123A with the longer L-55 gun by 2026, wartime constraints make such retrofits unlikely for Ukraine's fleet. The L-44, however, remains effective against Russian T-90s and T-72s. The tank's future may narrow if Ukraine leans harder into asymmetric tactics, but its proven durability ensures it won't fade soon. Its crews, trained to Swedish standards, have mastered its systems, suggesting a lasting operational footprint as long as the conflict grinds on. Comparatively, the Stridsvagn 122 holds its own against other tanks in Ukraine's eclectic lineup. The German Leopard 2A4, supplied in larger numbers, shares its DNA, but lacks the Stridsvagn 122's enhanced armor. Over 30 have been lost since 2023 per Oryx due to thinner protection and mine vulnerability. The American M1A1 Abrams, delivered in late 2023, brings superior optics and a 120mm gun, but is hampered by its gas turbine engine guzzling fuel. Ukraine struggles to supply. At least 5 have been destroyed, with others sidelined by maintenance woes. The British Challenger 2, with its rifled 120mm gun and heavy armor, rivals the Stridsvagn 122's toughness, only 1 of 14 lost, but its 56 km/h top speed and rarity limit its reach. Against Russian T-72s and T-90s, the Stridsvagn 122's edge is stark. Its fire control and armor outclass Soviet designs, though drones level the threat across all platforms. Maintenance-wise, the Stridsvagn 122's diesel simplicity trumps the Abrams' complexity, aligning closer to the Leopard 2A4, but with fewer reported failures, while the Challenger 2's bespoke parts pose logistical headaches. Beyond mechanics, the Stridsvagn 122 carries symbolic and tactical weight. Sweden's donation, its first heavy armor gift to Ukraine, marks a departure from neutrality, deepened by its 2024 NATO entry, and mirrors a broader Western resolve. Ukrainian crews trained in Sweden's forests embody this alliance, fusing Nordic precision with their own gritty improvisation. Stories of a tank surviving a Kursk drone swarm have trickled back, boosting morale. Economically, each Stridsvagn 122's $5 to $6 million price tag underscores Sweden's investment, maximized by Ukraine's knack for repairs over replacements. Tactically, its 62-ton frame balances firepower and mobility, filling a gap between the lighter Leopard 2A4 and the lumbering Abrams. Its camouflage adaptations reflect a learning curve absent in early Western deliveries, showing Ukraine's evolution in armored warfare. Culturally, the Stridsvagn 122 has woven itself into Ukraine's narrative of defiance. Social media clips of it rolling through Kursk or shrugging off artillery have made it a quiet icon, less flashy than the Abrams, but more enduring. Its crews, often young conscripts turned veterans, speak of it with a mix of pride and pragmatism, valuing its reliability over hype. Compared to the Leopard 2A4's higher losses, the Abrams' logistical strain, and the Challenger 2's scarcity, the Stridsvagn 122 excels in staying power and practicality, a Swedish gift honed by Ukrainian hands. Its legacy, still unfolding, ties Sweden's industrial might to Ukraine's survival, a partnership forged in fire and likely to endure as long as the war demands. In a theater defined by attrition, the Stridsvagn 122 stands as a testament to resilience, adaptability, and the quiet power of Allied solidarity.